All right, it is Monday. That means Angie Hill joining us once again for another edition of A Music Monday.
It is. And you know what? Look at that. The start of March break. And look what you brought us. Amazing weather.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody noticed. Well, you know, we've had some pretty crummy conditions, so I take the big W's when we can have some good double-digit daytime highs.
Well, it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's really good for March break.
Yes.
You have some very interesting stuff. I think interesting is a really good word to use.
Okay.
Let's kick it off with the fun one first.
With Gene Simmons?
Yes.
All right, so Gene Simmons and his band are embarking on a tour. And keep in mind, Gene will be singing all of the songs that weren't good enough for Kiss. Probably not really even good enough for him, but he's setting out. And in pure Gene Simmons fashion, him and his ego will allow you the honor of being a roadie for him for the cost of $12,500. So you're going to pay to unload his equipment. You get to go to sound check. You get to see the set list, and he might give you one of his bass guitars.
Wow.
He might. Also, he will introduce you on stage. You get to bring a guest and bring 4 items that he can autograph for you. Like I said, for the low price of $12,500, which doesn't include your ticket.
So that is the wildest part about this is you can get all this stuff. We can get you on stage, but to get on stage, you have to buy the ticket.
Right, and so the tickets are around $300 a piece. So yeah, you're looking at about 13, 14 grand to go and see Gene Simmons and be a roadie.
I just don't understand how the ticket isn't included in the package, or if they just, even if they just bumped that number up a little bit and had the ticket included.
Well, I just don't understand how that's not someone's summer job, Will, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's hilarious in itself. Now switching gears, we're going to talk about Dolly.
Yeah, it was sad news for her last week. Her husband of 60 years, Carl Dean, passed away. Oh. Yeah, and Carl Dean was, well, he wasn't seen, he wasn't heard, said to be her biggest fan, but you know what? He let Dolly do Dolly's thing, and he did his thing. They met in a laundromat in Nashville back when she was about 16 years old, and I think they were married when she was about 18, 19 or so. But again, Carl Dean was a guy that you never really saw. There's a couple of pictures of him, but he just never wanted to be involved in her life that way. He was more than happy just to sit behind the scenes and watch her star take off. So she released a new song on Friday called If You Hadn't Been There, and it's about Carl Dean. And she wrote the caption, like all great love stories, they never end. They live on in memory and song. He will always be the star of my story, and I dedicate this song to him.
Ooh, man, that's powerful.
It really is.
I'd be lying if I said as soon as you said like about the song, it got a little bit of goosebumps kind of going on. Like I can't imagine with a career like that and having the support and also, you know, being so supportive that it's like you do your thing, I'm here to support you, but I'm not gonna get involved in that way.
When she's Dolly Parton, quite arguably one of the biggest sex symbols ever.
Yeah, well, you know, I feel like maybe some of her performances in the future too will be very heartwarming.
I think so, absolutely.
So we have been talking about this over the last week and a half. We're going into another week now. Bounce Radio and CTV Kitchener have teamed up to give you a chance to win
$4,000. It's the 4K double play because we like to do things that rhyme in this industry. Yeah, so the 4K double play. Now you will be telling everybody at the end of the 6 o'clock news today or so, somewhere where you decide whose tomorrow artist will be. And then all you have to do is listen to Bounce 99.5 and hear the artist back to back. You're going to go to our website, bounce995.ca. Those 2 songs will have to be recorded in, and then you just sit back and wait to find out if you win $4,000.
I was going to say, well, it's nice that it rhymes because then when I'm talking about it at night, I can always remember it. 4K double play. You know, it rings off the tongue very nicely.
It's pretty great.
And we've had some fun artists too doing with Tony. You know, Duran was one. You know, we're going to continue to do that at the 6 o'clock show. And then it's perfect timing because you listen at the 6 o'clock and then it's early morning. And March break's coming up. I'm sure we've maybe spent some dollars, if maybe for the kids' camps or anything going on. So who couldn't use $4,000 right now?
I'm going to tell you what, a lot of us could. A lot of us could use $4.
Yeah, 4K double play is
$4.
Is going to now go down to $4. your chance to win, and of course, all of our musical knowledge from the one and only Angie Hill.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.